Welcome to the River City Hardball podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Gibson, the place to talk baseball in Jacksonville. And I really want to talk about a very exciting new venture that's come about here in Jacksonville. Chris Lein joins us this morning. He's the owner-operator of the Coastal Collegiate Baseball League. Chris, tell us about your league that you just started up this year.
Hi, Andrew. Nice to be here. I appreciate you having me on. We are a 14 college baseball summer league, wood bat as well, about 85 players or so. We're playing at the Atlantic Coast High School and JP Small Fields. We're going to try to do an aggressive 40 to 41 game schedule with these players, which comes out to basically 4 to 5 games a week for the next 8 weeks. Now 7 weeks. We're finishing up our first week of play, and it's been a pretty good one. We've seen some high scoring, but now the pitchers are starting to catch up, so the balance is happening as we thought it might.
I love what you guys are doing. How did this idea come about, Chris?
Way back in August, my youngest son played in the South Florida Collegiate League, and my wife and I were driving up 95, coming back home from one of his weekends, and I kept thinking to myself while I'm driving on 95, which is always very safe, that why doesn't this area have a league? And so a friend of mine, Fran Delaney, who runs one of the umpire associations in town, we got to talking about it, and then we decided, we let's look into this. Let's see if we can do this thing. And it's been a lot of hard work. I hit the emails running in September, got the LLC. We got a lawyer on board. We kind of figured out what we needed to get done, and then I just started emailing. At first, all the colleges east of the Mississippi, just kind of trying to think to keep it regional. But we found that all of a sudden I was getting emails from kids in Arizona and California. So 250 emails to college coaches turned into 1,400. And then obviously you just keep dripping on them to get us players and the like. So it's been a lot of hard work, and it's been very fast, but it's been a lot of fun because I have learned a ton about doing this stuff.
That was going to be my next question about the response that you've seen from it, but that sounds like it's been pretty good for you.
It has. Our initial impression was to do 6 teams, a 6-team league. But as we got closer and closer, we realized that obviously with the competition of 4 other leagues here in Florida, pitchers were going to be the problem that we were going to have. I have enough players for 5 teams. I've got kids on the wait list, infielders, outfielders, but we didn't have the pitching. I mean, and when I told Fran last night, we were at the game at Atlantic Coast last night, and I said, we're going to be recruiting pitchers till 2 weeks before the season's over because of the possibility of injuries, but basically because of the innings. We're asking them to play, we're playing 9-inning games right out of the chute. We got some scheduled doubleheaders as well, just to continue building up their games. We want the kids to have as many reps, as many innings as possible. So we're kind of stressing to keep the kids, especially keep the pitchers healthy. So much so that we rescheduled the game this week, and we'll put it back on the end of the schedule just to give the pitchers a breather, just so the managers can space it out a little better as well.
So the selection of athletes that you have, are these all college players? How does that break down?
All college players. We probably got a handful of seniors that still want to play baseball. And they're more than welcome, because obviously you still got a uniform on, you still got a chance to do something in baseball. We do have about 5 or 6 rising freshmen as well, kids that have graduated high school, and that their college coaches have recommended that they're okay to play here, and that's fine with us. We did not want to do high school kids. We wanted to make this a college league and kind of get into that niche with the college summer leagues. And I think so far we're off to a good start. It is a work in progress. Our stat system was malfunctioning Saturday, so we're recreating the games to catch up with all the stats, and players were upset, rightly so, because these stats they're sending to their college coaches, or their coaches can link into the website to get them as well. So we want that to be as accurate as possible.
Absolutely. The draw of the wood bat, obviously, that's going to be an interesting dynamic to it as well.
Yeah, obviously, when you do these type of things, they're thinking long term, and long term for them is minor league professional baseball, where they use the wood bat. And from what I've seen so far, they're not having a problem swinging the wood bat. There's some pretty good swings out there, pretty good athletes. I've been pleased.
That's good. Very good. Chris Lein, the owner-operator of the Coastal Collegiate Baseball League here in Jacksonville. Tell me about the selection of the fields that you're playing on. You're playing at Atlantic Coast and also JP Small. Tell me about how those fields came about for you to be available.
Sure. We wanted to get some of the better venues in the city. And quite honestly, my first thought was let's get UNF, JU, FSCJ on board. Let's see it's a college league. Let's get them on college facilities. With the ending of the COVID and those schools not quite finalizing their summer plans, so to speak, for people on campus, we had to look elsewhere. We had to, thanks but no thanks. We can't wait. We got to move on. And they understood, and I appreciate that. And I think sometimes in the future we will revisit that as well. I still like to go on those facilities. We got tied up with the St. Johns County schools like Ponte Vedra, and we were going to do Bartram. And I wanted to use 4 or 5 fields for the first reason. I didn't want to wear out the fields, because they put a lot of work into those things, and we respect the baseball field, and we didn't want to just beat the crap out of it, for lack of a better phrase.
Sure.
Then St. Johns County backed out on us as well. Aaron Bass, coach at Atlantic Coast, basically he said, "Dude, have at it. You can do the whole league here if you like." And I said, I respect that and I appreciate that. And several other schools that we were talking to, it sounded like it was going to work, but then it didn't work with their plans. JP Smalls was always in the mix because of the historic venue that it is. We were out there yesterday afternoon for a game, and I enjoyed it. I watched that game out there, and the kids seemed to have a good time too. And we want to get them exposed to that Negro League Museum as well. And the city was great on that. I mean, they helped us out with that. When they let us pick our own dates, and worked around us, and it was good. Next year, we hope to get back to that 3 or 4 or 5 field type environment. Like to try to get the Jumbo Shrimp field to do a showcase type thing. So that's also in the works down the line.
That's excellent. So how long does the league run? I know it's a summer league. Give me the dates on when it runs until, and then also how can people get involved? Tell us about that.
Well, we started, our first game was May 29th, Memorial Day Saturday, and we had a pretty good opening ceremony. We had a Green Beret come out and throw the first pitch out. My wife set that up, being the daughter of a Green Beret herself. So we got that set up. We go to the end. The regular season ends July 24th. We'll take days for rain makeups or whatever, and just let the managers get their pitching in line, etc. And then we'll do just a 2-day playoff, 2 semifinal games and a final game, July 26th and 27th, I believe, or 27th and 28th.
That's awesome. Where can people get involved? How can they get involved?
Our website is ccbljax.com. We don't have any admissions to the games. It's free to everyone. We want people coming out and see, and so far the turnout's been pretty good. Memorial Day was Memorial weekend was obviously everyone's at home and they wanted to come see the start of it all. We had 60 to 70 people down at Atlantic Coast for each of those games. So that was fun to watch. They can give me a call. They can contact me at chrislein4@gmail.com if they're interested in playing, especially if they're pitchers. Pitchers. And then we can take it from there. As far as whatever else they think they can offer us, league, we've got open ears. We are a work in progress. I've asked the players if there's anything that we need to do to shape the league a little better. Bring it to us. We don't have all the answers. We're starting this thing out. I did approach several other league owners, not only here in Florida, but in Georgia, and they've been very helpful to get this thing going. They've been, they want to see a league like this continue in Jacksonville.
I love the idea, and I can't wait to go see it myself. I'd love to be involved in any way that I can to help you guys push this out and promote it. Great stuff, Chris. Appreciate your time this morning, and best of luck moving forward.
Andrew, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you out there at the ballpark. Make sure you come say hi.
Chris Lein, the owner-operator of the Coastal Collegiate Baseball League here in Jacksonville. Thanks so much for your time.
You're very welcome.